Good morning. This is a video and a playlist. This is a food pornography playlist. Today we're talking about that mysterious substance that was in the beginning of the Bible, but it disappears. It's called manna, starting with Exodus 16. Let's start with line 9. Moses said to Aaron, to the whole community of the sons of Israel, say this, present yourselves before the Lord, for he has heard your complaints. As Aaron was speaking to the community of the sons of Israel, they turned towards the wilderness, and there was the glory of the Lord appearing in the form of a cloud. Then the Lord spoke to Moses and said, I have heard your complaints of the sons of Israel. Say this to them. Between the 2 evenings you shall eat meat, and in the morning you shall have bread to your heart's content. Then you will learn that I, the Lord, am your God. So it came about, quails flew up in the evening, and they covered the camp. In the morning there was a coating of dew all around the camp. When the coating of dew lifted, there on the surface of the desert was a thing, delicate, powdery, as fine as hoarfrost on the ground. When they saw this, the sons of Israel said to one another, what is that? Not knowing what it was. That, said Moses to them, is the bread that the Lord gives you to eat. This is the Lord's command. Everyone must gather enough of it for his needs, 1 omer a head according to the number of persons in your family. Each of you will gather for those who share his tent. The sons of Israel did this, and they gathered it, some more, some less. When they measured it in an omer, what they had gathered, the man who had gathered more had not too much, and the man who gathered less had no little. Each found he had gathered exactly what he needed. Moses said to them, no one must keep any of it for tomorrow. But some of them wouldn't listen to Moses, and they did keep a part of it for the following day. But it bred maggots and smelt foul. Moses was angry with them. Morning by morning they gathered this stuff, each according to his needs. But when the sun grew hot, it dissolved. Now, on the 6th day, they gathered twice the amount of food, 2 omers a head. All the leaders of the community came to tell Moses, and he said to them, this is the Lord's command. Tomorrow is a day of complete rest, a Sabbath sacred to the Lord. Bake what you want to bake, boil what you want to boil, and put aside all that is left for tomorrow. So, as Moses ordered, they put it aside for the following day. And its smell was not foul, nor were there any maggots on it. Eat it today, said Moses, for today is a Sabbath in honor of the Lord. You will find none of it out in the field today. For 6 days you are to gather, but on the 7th day, the Sabbath, there will be none. On the 7th day, some of the people went from the camp to gather it, but they found none. Then the Lord said to Moses, how much longer will you refuse to keep my commandments and my laws? Listen, the Lord has laid down a Sabbath for you, for this gives you 2 days' food on the 6th day. Each of one of you is to stay where he is, and on the 7th day, no one is to leave his home. So on the 7th day, the people abstained from all work. The house of Israel named it manna. It looked like a coriander seed. It was white, and it had the taste, was like that of wafers with honey. Moses said, this is the Lord's command. Fill an omer with it. Let it be kept for your descendants, to let them see the food that I fed you with in the wilderness, and I brought you out of the land of Egypt. Moses said to Aaron, take a jar and put in it a full omer of manna and place it before the Lord to be kept for your descendants. Accordingly, Aaron put a full omer of manna in the jar as the Lord ordered Moses and placed the manna before the testimony to be kept there. And the sons of Israel ate manna for 40 years up to the time they reached inhabited country. They ate manna up to the time they reached the frontier of the land of Canaan. An omer is 1/10 of an ephah. Okay, so that was Exodus. It's also in there in Numbers 11:6. Our soul is dried away. There's nothing at all besides this manna before our eyes. And the manna was as coriander seed, the color as bdellium. The people went and gathered it, ground it into mills. They beat it in a mortar. They baked it in pans. They made cakes out of it. The taste of it was the taste of fresh oil. And when the dew fell upon the camp, in the night, the manna fell on it. Okay. So, that's great. Numbers 8. He humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger, fed thee with manna, which thou knewest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know that man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Lord. Nehemiah 9:20, thou gavest also thy good spirit to instruct them, and withheldest not thy manna from their mouth, gave them water for thirst. Psalm 78:24, rained down manna upon them to eat, given them the corn of heaven. John 6:31, our fathers did eat manna in the desert, as was written, he gave them bread from heaven to eat. Your fathers did eat manna in the wilderness and are dead. John 6:49. John 6:58, this is the bread which came down from heaven, not as your fathers did eat manna and are dead. He that eateth of this bread shall live forever. How about Hebrews 9:4? Golden censer, the ark of the covenant, overlaid round about with gold, wherein was the golden pot that had the manna, and Aaron's rod that budded, and the tables of the covenant. Revelation 2:17, he that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit said unto the churches. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the hidden manna, and give him a white stone. You think that's crack? And a stone with a new name written on it, which no man knoweth, saying, he that receiveth it. And the last one's in there, Joshua 5:11 and 12. They did eat of the old corn of the land on the morrow after the Passover, unleavened cakes and parched corn in the selfsame day. And the manna ceased on the morrow after they had eaten the old corn of the land. Neither had the children of Israel manna any more, but they did eat of the fruit of the land of Canaan that year.